Yo, let's get it in, man. Yo, welcome to Chasing My High. Let me tell you something right now. Let me just fix the microphone, make sure I get a nice volume. You feel me? Well, thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming in to Chasing My High. Today's crazy, and I just feel, yo, Mac, what's going on, baby? How you feeling, man? I haven't been on Warzone in a long time, but my community bought me the game, so we're gonna be on. You're playing Modern Warfare 3? That's what's up, baby. How's it been, man? How you been? I'll probably do Modern Warfare 3 very, very soon. And welcome to Chasing My High. Today we're gonna talk about, the stock market was crazy today. Super crazy. Yo, Mac, the game is crazy. A lot of people say they don't like it. A lot of people say they don't like the game. First things first, I just want to discuss a couple things before we go into the obvious, right? Let me move my chart over here. So first things first, Target went crazy. Let's look at the charts. Target. Now, what you guys got, I've never seen, this is how I know life is just fucking crazy, right? So here it is. Here's Target here on 11/14. It was, what did it open up at 11/14? $11.14, right? A couple days ago, it opened up at $1.08. Let's turn this down, baby. It opened up at $1.08. And then look at this action. On the 15th, it opened up at 126 with a high of 131. So this is the only way I feel that you could really make money. I don't think you can make money any other way. The problem is you have to figure out how to do it. Punch me in. Listen, I only told the truth over dope ass fucking beats. If you had bought Target on 11/14 at 108, right? This bitch went to 130. Went to 130. That right there is just crazy movement. And you're seeing it right here. This is the charts, right? So this is why I think it's imperative that you donate at least, you do about 50 pages of reading a day. Let me get rid of this feedbacking. Yeah, I think it's very important that you do at least 50 pages of reading a day for your research. I think you should I think everybody should download Yahoo Finance. Download Yahoo Finance and do 50 pages of reading and research and get involved in this. This is just the charts. Where's my let me get another tab over here. Boom. I'm gonna look up somebody for you guys, some that you guys should be familiar with. This is Kathy Wood. Let's get an image of her. She's the boss over at ARK Investment. This is a woman, and I think, and Earn Your Leisure says it all the time, I think in the black community, we spend so much time figuring out who's our favorite rapper, who they dating, blah, blah, blah. Man, fuck pop culture. Fuck hip hop. That's not our culture. That's not our culture. That's their culture. It just so happens that the people that's rapping look like us. But that's not our culture. What we need to figure out is we need to consume ourselves with figuring out who are these people. Now, Kathy Wood dumps DraftKings. So Kathy Wood she buys DraftKings and then dumps it today. She got 24 million. This is what's going on while we're sleeping, right? So let's look at DraftKings. Let's look at these numbers. So if you had bought DraftKings here, it opened 12/16/2022 at $13. What was its lowest? $15. Right, so right here, its low was $10. That was 12/30/22. It got to a high of $34. Right? So this is what I'm talking. So this is another missed opportunity by us, DraftKings. I missed it, and the reason why I'm talking like this is because I'm also missing these opportunities too, because I'm not really dialed in to what the fuck's really going on. Let's look at Apple. Let's pull Apple up here. Apple is where I hold most of my positions. Even just, when was the earning? The earning was, I watched this in my living room. This was, when was the earnings call? I think it was second quarter earnings calls. I was sitting in my living room and the stock was for 140. After closing market, it was 140. I sat in my mom's living room and watched that stock after market, after the earnings call came out, after they met, I think they probably beat expectations. It went from 140 to 176 right in front of my face. I'm trying to find. That's 180. Yeah, right here. Just want to show you the candle right here. Where was it? It was like 140. Right. It was in this piece right here, the chart. I wish I could highlight that. These opportunities are going crazy every single day. This, so Rivian is another one of my positions here. And I got it. I got it a couple days ago. Let's make this a little bigger. Yeah, I didn't get it. I got it at. I got it right here. I got it at $16.20. And you can see my action here. That was $7.75. These are the things I believe that we should be paying attention to. And I know a lot of this stuff is very confusing. What I recommend you guys doing is Wall Street Trapper has an introductory stock market course. I suggest you take that course and start to learn about the difference of stocks. Now, I mean, this shit sounds crazy and it sounds hard, but it's really easy to get into. And I'm just really enthused about spreading this information with you guys. I just feel that it's just my duty to do it. Like I said before, when we do the show, give me the ticket during the day. I was an early investor. I think the first time I invested, the first stock I bought was Merck and Barrick G. Barrick G is a gold mining company. And Merck stock back in 92, pharmaceutical companies were like the tech companies now. Johnson and Johnson, Merck stock, they were making a ton of medicine, pharmaceutical companies, and pharmaceutical companies was the tech companies. Now there's another cycle again. So you got to stop watching these cycles. So back in 92, it was all about pharmaceutical companies because there was really no technology there. There was IBM, there was Microsoft, but there really wasn't that big technology. There was AOL, Netscape, Google. The internet was kind of not 92. What am I talking about? That's when I got out of high school. Yeah, probably 92, 93. Has to be 92, 93. Yeah, because that's when I got a job at First Security, and Dick McHugh was the one that put me onto Merck stock. So there was no technology then, right? There was no technology. So it was pharmaceutical companies. Now we're cycling. Now technology is where pharmaceutical companies used to be back in the 90s. And now we're beginning to cycle back out of tech companies. And the next phase, the next thing where we're going to be is going to be bio. Like Eli Lilly is just, I don't even know the ticker of E. Let's go here. Let's pull it up. Let's bring a tab over here. Like all this shit right here, man. All this. Eli Lilly. Their ticker number is LLY. It's over here. LLY. Look at this movement. So if you had bought this stock here it opened up on 1/26/23, the beginning of the year, at $351 a share. That puppy's at 588 right now. Its high was $629. So if you had bought this stock in the beginning of the year and just sat on it 10 months, another fucking deal breaker. And here's another chart here. Open at 610. Its high in 52 weeks has been 612. Its low's been 550, 584. That's the volume. Market cap. The lowest has been in 52 weeks. It's $309. The highest has been in 52 weeks, $629. So as you can see here, this is just something that, let's go to the 5-year plan. If you'd bought this stock in 2018 at 112, 2018, just wait a couple of years. Now you're at $500. You basically could have made like fucking $400 or $500 a share. Now, yeah, it's a slow grind, but you just park $100 away instead of spending it on blunt papers or whatever the bullshit that you do, video games, all the nonsense that we all do, and I'm guilty of it, right? That we all do. If we had bought that stock and just let it sit and park, like here's $100, I don't need it, would have made $500. I don't know. I want to start hammering this home. And I think especially for us when we talk about equity and where we want to be and blah 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 and as black people we want reparations and all this other shit. We're not going to get reparations. And I think the only way we can force our initiative is that we gotta have money. Listen, man, I only tell you real shit with dope ass beats. This is a flight test. The only way, let me unplug these headphones here. The only way we could really bring change is that when we go to these politicians with money. Because they need money to run. And it's lobbying. We need to lobby for our interests. That's what we need to do. We need to collectively make money. And we're not gonna make that type of money at our jobs. We need to work 40 hours a week, park our money into this system, go to sleep, wake up, we've made some money. Because as of right now, the Asian market just opened up. London's going to be open up in the next couple of hours. So this money plays happening 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The futures market takes an hour off. So you could be trading futures around the clock. Right? So instead of you get off work at 4 or 5 or 3 and then that's it, you can even play video games if you want. You can play video games. You can set up your charts, stop, losses, when to sell, when to get rid of it, when to sell, when to buy. You can do all that stuff while you're playing video games. You can just have your chart up, looking back and forth as we have our chart here. Right? And really having our money work for us. Because that's the only way we're going to be ahead of interest rate. That's the only way we're going to be ahead of inflation. Your job does not play Your job will never ever pay you the rate of inflation. Ever. Because your job wants to keep you hungry. It's the carrot in front of your face. It's the fucking carrot. 3% raise, 3% raise, 3% raise. Buy a car, buy a big house, buy some Gucci shit, blah, 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 blah. Buy all that shit. Because they know that now you gotta come to work every day. Because you gotta pay for that shit. So they pay you these little nuggets. Just enough to keep you fed, but not enough to keep you fat. It's like a lion in the zoo. You ain't gonna feed that lion what he should be eating. Because you want him weak. You want him dependent. You want him obedient. So when that meat comes, you know? But if you were to feed that lion what he eats out in the wild, and you go in there, that thing will bite your ass, man. It just will. And that's what your job does to us. Little nuggets. Enough to keep you fed, not enough to keep you fat. So how are we gonna stay ahead of inflation? The only way we're gonna stay ahead of inflation is actually investing in something that's gonna give us back inflation type money. And this is it right here. And I know it's complicated, but I'm begging y'all, man. I'm begging y'all. I just got into this really, really hard like 2 weeks ago. Mad investor just lit the fire in me again. And I'm like, yo, I'm back in. The last time I was doing this was during the whole GameStop fiasco, and I bought call options on Ford, which really did really well. And I bought call options on this weed company. It did really well. I think it was Sun or something. It was crazy. And then I was in the GameStop fiasco, in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. Made a ton of dough, bought all this bullshit. But now I'm really, really, really focused. And I think the first step, what y'all need to do is, the first step is downloading Yahoo Finance and just try and do 50 pages of reading. And once you start to invest and you make a little money or you lose a little money, when those alerts start coming in and then you start writing those tickers down in your watch list, and then you're watching those tickers, and then what's on your watch list is giving you news, so then all of a sudden your 50 pages turns into 100, 300, 400. It can turn to Warren Buffett does 500 pages of reading a day. That's the myth, right? I'm probably doing 50 to 75 pages of reading a day. Because the alerts is just coming and coming and coming and coming, and you're trying to read this all because you don't want to miss the next play. So the 50 pages of reading will just come natural, because once you invest, right? You listen to, you read Yahoo Finance, you see another stock that you like, right? You put that in your watch list. Now you got two things in your watch list. Every update that those institutions make, whether it's good or bad, you get pinged on your Yahoo Finance. So now you're adding 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. You're adding 10 stocks into your watch list. Next thing you know, each company sometimes have 6 or 7 articles. So each company could give you 6 pages of reading. You have 5 things on your watch list. That's 30 pages of reading. 40, 50. And sometimes one news source talks about this about the product, and another news source talk about. So you're just accumulating so much information, and you want to consume it all because you don't want to miss the next play. What was my position? This is something I bought during research. I think I bought it over the weekend. When was the weekend? I don't even know. This stock is UTF. And since I bought it, it's been a rocket. I think I paid 20. I'm exhausted. Yeah, I think I paid like $20 for it. I think this position is UTF. I think his positions are cents or whatever. But this stock here, UTF, pays a very, very high dividend. And their volatility risk is relatively low. And they're not in the high. They're on the spectrum where they're about to go. I wouldn't have found this stock if I didn't do the research, because as you're reading, the algorithm is just gonna give you stuff to read, like, oh, okay, this dude looks like a beginner's, because they're watching what I'm searching, right? Obviously, I mean, come on. So then they start to plot, and then they start feeding me. Okay, this is like a tech guy, or this is a pharmaceutical guy. Let me give him this, give him that, give him that. And I found these three companies. UGF. I didn't buy this one. And then A. Let's see. Oh, my fault. It's AM. I mean, look at this action here. Its low was $9.56. That was its low. I-13. You could have made a couple of bucks if you had bought the stock when on its low, and that was March 24th. So maybe I could have learned about the stock in March if I was doing my reading, right? I just learned about the stock over the weekend, and I said, you know what, I picked up one position in this, and I picked up 5 positions in UTF. I didn't get any positions of UTG. So the article I read was, they said put 20,000 in AM, ticker AM, put 20,000 in ticker UTF, 20,000 in UTG. And they said the dividend that those stocks pay out is amazing. So this is a stock that you would want to have for the long run. And its volatility is very low. But you're not going to learn about these opportunities unless you start to read it. And once you start to read, these opportunities will pull up. All right, man. This is it. I'm exhausted. I'm sorry. This stream was kind of tired, but do me a favor. Download Yahoo Finance and just start reading. And save. Don't feel that you have to be as rich as me. I'm very poor, but don't feel that you have to buy more positions than me, or more positions than someone that's been doing it longer, or more positions than that person. All you gotta do is just gotta start with your 1 little, 2 little, 3 little, 4 little, 5 little positions. Start now. TD Trade America account is free. Put a minimum of $50 in. You throw $50 in there. You go and get UTF or UTG or AM. AM, yeah. A couple shares of this. We get 2 shares of that and just chill. And watch it. And watch your money grows. And as your money grows, you start to, then you start reading all the nonsense that come with it. And then you start looking at your charts. And then you start to plot like, this is it. And then you start to see the cycle, right? Because right here, if we look at the cycle, see it? And also too, just buy the things that you use. I'm an Apple person. I've been using Apple computers my whole life. So I'm an Apple guy. So of course I'm going to invest in the Apple. I wish I invested in the Target, but I wasn't trading at the time. I didn't know. I just got into trading the last couple of days. I've been trading now for about maybe a couple weeks. Like hardcore dialed in. Like every single day, reading. So just start. Just start. Don't wait till you have money. Just start. You never know. You do some research, you could probably get Acme Pharmaceutical Company, Biogen Company. And it's like $3 a share. And then something happens and it goes to $130 a share, $100 or $200 a share. You take that $200 and you're gonna buy legacy stock. You're gonna buy Apple. But I think the first step is downloading Yahoo Finance. And I think what we need to start doing is instead of trying to figure out who's the greatest rapper, let's look at CEOs of companies, right? Let's start doing that. I mean, this dude here, Mark Jackson. Okay. CEO of look at all these. CEO of TikTok. There it is. This is the CEO of TikTok, this dude right here. We need to do some background research on this. What's his background? You know, his father reportedly worked in construction, while his mother was a bookkeeper. Right? So this is the CEO of TikTok. What if you hear that he's now starting a construction company? And you'd be like, well, what the fuck does the guy from TikTok know about construction? Well, it says right here, his dad worked in construction. So he's been around it his whole life. Then when he starts a new company, you're like, fuck it. I did some research on this CEO. He's a guy at TikTok. He's now starting a construction company. I'm going to invest in that construction company. Because at the glance of it, because you've done your research, his dad did construction. And if your dad does something, more than likely the kids are gonna pick it up. But he comes with a construction company, you know about him, you know about his background, because you've done your fucking research, you invest in the company blows up. I'm like, yo, How did you know that company was going to blow up? Well, I did research on the CEO of that company. And I know that his dad was a construction worker and he got into the business. Please, I'm begging you. Please, I'm begging you. Just start reading Yahoo Finance. You guys know the routine, man. Oh, what? See? It's late. Y'all know the routine.
Fuck this shit, I'm out. Fuck this shit, I'm I'ma just grab my stuff and leave. Excuse me, please. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Nope. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Alright then. I don't know what the fuck just happened, but I don't really care. I'ma get the fuck up out of here. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Fuck this shit, I'm out. No thanks. Don't mind me. I'ma just grab my stuff and leave. Excuse me, please. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Nope. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Alright then. I don't know what the fuck just happened, but I don't really care. I'ma get the fuck up out of here. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Fuck this shit, I'm out.